question, of course, is though, in the real world, if AI does in fact free up some time, are the leaders really going to use it that way? Are they going to really use it to get to know, spend more time? Hey, Shaq, how was your weekend? I hear your parents aren't doing well, or I understand, are you taking any trips? That kind of thing, just human to human. Or is it just going to get swallowed up in the course of the day? And it's incumbent on leaders to learn how to do this, because there's going to be a whole lot of stuff happening. There's going to be a lot of data out there, first of all, that possibly shouldn't even be out there. But leaders have to be able to help the employees to cope with this and to understand that it might be a more intense world. I don't mean to, I sound like a bit of an alarmist here, but it is going to be the biggest upheaval that we have seen in decades. This is an innovation. This version of AI that is on the level, I would argue, of the car, the automobile, and maybe other innovations. And what does that mean? Well, think of the days when people had horses, right? You could only travel so far. You were thinking in terms of, I got to get from point A to point here, blah, blah, blah. And then a car comes along. Theoretically, it travels distances. It's got a whole different way of going that changes everybody's thinking. And yet in the beginning, people were so afraid of this thing or uncertain about how to handle this invention that there was a rule that a car had to travel only with somebody in front of it holding a red flag. So essentially, a car wasn't allowed to travel faster than a person could walk. Now, obviously that changed, but the car did take over in many ways. The economy was built on cars in the 1950s in America. Detroit was the biggest engineer of the economy for the most part at one point in America. So the point I'm making is that we got by those initial concerns and uncertainties. And yet at the time, people didn't really know what to do with it. So the human element is really what you're left with. If AI is taking care of the technical stuff, the human element is what allows you to have these discussions about progressive projects and to become more empathetic with your group. But the thing is, people will make the mistake of letting AI think for them. And once you start doing that, you weaken your skills. From the moment you turn over writing something or preparing something to AI and let it do all the thinking for you, you're immediately weaker. You weaken your skills.